Welcome, everyone. Today we are here to answer everything you needed to know about the Diversity Visa Lottery. And this is a double live stream at the EBM Scholars channel, and at the same time, we are live at Shiko Hope TV USA. Shiko Hope is one among the Diversity Visa Lottery winner, and he's also a YouTuber. It is the best way to be a YouTuber about Diversity Visa Lottery, being the winner yourself. Welcome, Shiko Hope, to double live stream.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, EBM. And I would like to welcome you back from Africa. I know you are in Tanzania.
Yes.
And you came with, the day you came, 2 days later, good news. Pop.
When I was at the airport, before I travel, I had a friend of mine. I told him, I'm going to predict the dates for the application for the Diversity Visa Lottery. How do you know that? I said, I calculated from 2015 lottery to 2022. So, and I know the dates. I said, okay. I gave my phone because the camera was already in the bag and everything. I said, just use my phone. So he put there and they explained why am I going to predict. And the dates I predicted from October 6th to November 9th were the exact dates which I predicted. Yeah. So for that case, I'm planning to start a church and to become a prophet.
Yeah, you are a prophet. EBM. From today, I baptize you.
Yeah. So
yeah, and we are happy. We are happy to have you now. Let us do this. This is what we have to do.
Yes. For those people who do not know, you can see on the screen here. We have Shiko Hope. The website or the YouTube channel for Shiko Hope is youtube.com/Shiko Hope TV USA. Go there and subscribe. And also you can go to the EBM Scholars, youtube.com/EBM Scholars. You can subscribe to the channel in case you haven't done so at the moment. For those who speak Swahili, they have also opportunity to go to the EBM Swahili and be able to subscribe. So start with subscribing. If today is your first time to come across to Shiko Hope, subscribe to Shiko Hope TV USA. And that is the link, youtube.com/Shiko Hope TV USA. That will be able to see that. But also for those who are here, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/EBM Scholars. And I'm going to share the screen. I'm giving this introduction so that most of the questions we're going to answer, either Shiko Hope has already answered them on her YouTube channel, or they will be here on my channel. So let me start. This is Shiko Hope's YouTube channel. You can be able to see here. You'll be able to see almost every question you have has been answered on the screen or on one of the video. So I know you have questions here. We'll be able to answer some of the questions, but most of the questions in detail, we have answered them on the YouTube channels. And here, if you can come to the EBM Scholars, you'll be able also to see a lot of questions answered over there. For those who speak Swahili, you can go to the EBM Swahili. You can be able and get from that way. Okay, so thank you. Let's start, Shiko. Okay, before we go to any question, I will start asking you some questions.
Okay, bring them on. I'm ready.
For the DV lottery, did you plan or did you expect you are going to be among the winners?
When we did the first application or the
one you won? One? Yeah, the real one, the one you won.
No, I was not expecting that I'm going to win because we had done 2 more before and we were not selected. So even the last one, I was like, we can't be selected. We have never been selected. So we are just applying, just for the sake of applying.
Yeah.
I did not know I'm going to win.
That is one of the video and the usual, whatever I tell, even today I uploaded the video, which says, after applying, what should you do? It means continue with your life. Exactly. Don't start saying goodbye to your girlfriend that I'm going to America. Don't start saying goodbye to everybody and whatever that. No, it's application. You never know it is a lottery.
Yes.
Okay. Another question related to that. What went on your mind when you came to realize that you have won the diversity visa lottery? You are among the luckiest people on the planet Earth.
The thing that came on my mind was like, now I could now see myself in America, driving posh cars, living in classy houses, my kids going to the best school. But I didn't know that it will take time for me to go there.
So at the beginning, you were assuming that after winning, you are processing right away, you are just coming. Or did you know that you have to wait almost a year process to come to America?
I didn't know the process. So what came to my mind was like, maybe next week, next month, I'll be going to America. I didn't know. I didn't have enough information on how to go about the process.
At the same time, when you applied and you won, did you know that you'll be required to spend some money for the processing until you get the visa?
No, I didn't know that. I knew everything is free, so I'm going to America free of charge. I had the information. I was zero. Yeah.
I'm asking all these questions because people should know that why do we tell every single thing we usually talk here is because you want to prepare people to understand that. Like, it's not you are win today, because some people are asking question, will they choose me the state where to go? Will they give me the job? Will they give me for the flight ticket? Did you get any of those from the US government?
No. The US government just gave me a visa, which I paid for. I paid for the visa.
Yes.
They just gave me a visa, but I paid for it. Nothing free. Nothing is free in this whole process.
It is free to apply, but after that, you have to spend so that you can come here. When you were coming to America, did you expect that the life, maybe I was a teacher, I was a banker, I'm going here, I'm going to conquer America, I'm going to be CEO, what was your expectation coming to America? Did you work for few hours, you're going to get a lot of money, sending back money to Kenya? Was that one of your thinking, or you knew like the real life, what you found was the correct you were thinking before?
What I found here was totally different from what I was thinking. I was, in my mind, I was like, in 2 months, I'll be building apartments in my country because now I'm in America. In 2 months.
How many apartments have you built so far with the money you got from America?
It's been 4 years and nothing.
Do you have any regret coming to America?
No regret at all. Actually, I'm here to stay. I'm not planning any time to go back to Africa. Maybe for a vacation and then I come back home. Now this is my home.
That's good. That's why when the best experience usually, even like this week Tuesday, when I was coming back to US after processing at the port of entry, I came through Dallas, Texas. So welcome home, sir.
Wow,
That is the moment usually the feeling like when you travel so many hours, because I was in the flight for 15 hours and maybe 40 minutes from Qatar to Texas, and someone said, "Welcome home, sir." Yeah.
This is your home.
And that is, have you ever traveled back to Kenya after being green card holder?
Imagine I have never gone back. I'm missing home. I'm missing Africa, actually.
Yes.
And you told me that you are traveling to Tanzania. I was like, ABM, you're going to Tanzania?
Yeah. So I believe we'll be able to travel, but that will help you to still compare in the actual, because now you compare theoretical. Yes, you lived there, but if you travel as a green card holder, you'll be able to compare the two. But one thing which people should be aware of, you are now losing identity on both sides. When you are in America, they call you African. When you go to Africa, people don't see you are true African because they see you are polluted. You are now, you are soft African. You are already, even like the food which is left over, they don't want to give you. They say, no, you are American, you are more westernized, you can get sick. So they treat you more Americanized and they don't assume you are true African. While you are here, You are not really American, you are considered African. So you are going to have some of that and some of here. So you have to accept what you'll be able to get on into both areas. Okay. Let me give you the chance to ask me any questions before we go to questions from anybody, because we'll be answering a lot of questions from people. So before we go to answer them, we just want to chat. Ask me any question you have before we start answering questions from people.
Okay, I have like two questions to ask you. The first question is this: why did you decide that I'll become a content creator and I'll be advising people on the immigration issues? Why immigration issues?
Okay, those are very, very good questions. For me, before coming to America, I was already a blogger. I was having a scholarship blog, advising people on how to get a scholarship to come to America, to go to Europe. But at that time, I didn't have a lot of information about America because the process were so complicated. I didn't know a lot of them, but I knew a lot about Europe. So I started my blog in 2007 while I was in second year at the University of Dar es Salaam. So I was doing that. And the purpose of doing that is, for me, one of my principles is I don't want to win alone. There is a room for everybody to win. So any information I knew, I wanted to share with other people. And at that time, there was no YouTube, whatever was starting. So blog and Facebook was big. So for me, I was just doing blog, and Facebook when it started. So I was posting more on Facebook. So I've been doing that. In 2010, I opened my YouTube account, but I didn't know what is YouTube. So for me, I opened the YouTube and I was posting one video per year about green card lottery. So in October, I put one video. So from 2010 October to 2018, I had less than 15 videos in total. But later in 2019 October, at that time, I've already been making so many videos about so many things, about mostly like green card, scholarships and everything. But I was posting more on Facebook. So I said, I want to take serious as a YouTuber. So from October 15th, I said, I'm going to be serious. And October 16th, I wanted to do that. So since I've been in the US, because I know so many things, so people have been calling me to ask questions about immigration. Oh, I'm an international student. I have this particular situation. What should I do? I got married. How can I apply for the green card by marriage? How do I prepare myself for the interview? So I've been answering so many questions offline. So I said, why do I need to answer so many questions offline? I can make all these videos, every questions people are asking me, and then I'm going to post them. If someone asking me, I'll send you the link. It saves me the time. So that's how it started and how to keep growing. And now the goal is to become a full-time, 100% YouTuber in 5 years max. 2025 will be my last day to work with any employer. January 2026 will be a full-time employed on my own as EBM scholar.
Wow, 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 wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. I used to watch you. I used to watch you.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is the only guy who is doing this stuff. And by that time, I was new here.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is God sent. But the problem is, you only had a few videos. And I was like, once I settle, I'm going to do exactly what this guy is doing, because this is what I'm looking for. And here we are. So whenever I tell you, you are my mentor, you are my mentor. And I normally tell you that.
Thank you. I know that. We are trying our best.
Yes.
And, to make that related to that, what you said, so which I challenge you also to write a book. I've been telling you that. One of the things, let me show you what I'm working on, apart from other books, but this is one of the book which I'm working on. That one, for those who come to America. So questions have been asked. About the United States in the past 13 years. So that is one of the book I'm writing so far. I've started writing it.
Mm.
Release maybe next year because it will be a long book. And then this is another one which I'm supposed to release probably before or Wednesday if things go okay.
Wow.
Frequent asking questions before applying and after winning diversity visa lottery. Written I might change the title, but that is just overall the book I want to release before to be a free book. So that is something I want to work on.
Wow. You challenge me. You tell me, you tell me, Shiko, you have to write a book. And I am going to start because you've been pushing me. I have to do it.
Because it's your journey about green card, so you can be able to do that.
I have to do it.
Okay. Do you have any other question before we go to the questions?
Yes. This one is a bit personal.
Yes.
Okay. Now that you are in an interracial marriage,
yes,
do you have any challenges that you can advise someone who is in the same kind of marriage or who will find himself in such kind of a marriage?
In my opinion, it is easier to have interracial marriage than marriage of people of the same tribe. When I say that interracial, not just about race, but let's say I'm giving an example. Someone from Kisumu getting married to someone from Meru. Those are two different cultures.
Yeah.
So the point is, more I cannot put about the race, but more about intercultural. I can simply say it is more beneficial. It is easier because you need to learn from another person. You don't assume all the time. But if, let's say, you are all from the same tribe, the same everything, sometimes you get caught up and you assume that if someone does 1, 2, 3, 4, this is what someone means, which is not true. So for me, advantage of interracial or intercultural relationship is to keep learning every single day. That's number one. Number two is to give me opportunity to see what are the great things about my culture and what things are wrong about my culture. So for that particular case, when it comes to childhood, raising my kids, I only focus on the good things about my culture. And the same way to my wife, she's taking the good things, she's taking reflection about her culture, about her childhood upbringing, and what are good things she's going to bring into our relationship. And no one is going to take everything because I'm just from Africa. I don't force the kids to eat everything. I don't force to do everything like in Africa. And we don't force them to do everything in the American way. So it's just we take both good part of the culture and bring them here. So for me, that has been the best part of it. Yes, there are some challenges. Sometimes you can assume why someone doesn't understand this simple thing. But it's not simple because for you it's simple because that's your culture. But it's not. I can give just an example. If someone dies in African context, many people say, "Oh, I'm so sorry for the loss." It's God's plan, and it's normal. Mpango wa Mungu. But you cannot say that to us. No, you cannot say that to American because God is not killing people. And someone will be upset if God is taking the child, will be upset with the God. So it's not God, whatever. It's just malaria. If someone dies, it's just the disease. It's not about God. So there are certain things we are learning, just like how to do certain things. Yeah. So overall.
Wow. Now we know, now we understand. So anybody who is planning to do that kind of a marriage, now you know.
Yeah, there are challenges like in any marriage, and if it doesn't work, it's not because someone is white. No, it's just it needs to work because you can marry the same person from the same village and have problems. You can marry American black, you have a problem. You can have white, you can have problems. So there is no like these are problems based on the race or the success because of the race. It's because of the person, irrespective of the culture or whatever. It's just how are you going to complement one another.
Exactly. We have so many questions. They are flowing.
Yeah. So let me start with the number one question. Especially we have a lot of people from Nigeria. People want to know, is Nigeria allowed to apply So this has been asked many times. So I will answer this one a little bit in detail, a little bit. Each year, when the lottery starts, they are going to put the countries which are eligible. There are countries which are put as new. There are countries which are removed. The reason is if the country has more than 50,000 people who have been given a green card in the past 5 years based on family or employment, that country is removed from participation of the diversity visa lottery, is considered as high admission country with so many people with a green card based on family and employment. So there are countries they are going to be added, there are countries that are going to be removed. For instance, in the DV 2022, Guatemala was among the countries which were allowed to apply. Let me look at the countries first of all. Okay. First of all, no, in 2022, Venezuela was not allowed to was the country which was not allowed to apply. Was allowed to apply, but now is not allowed to apply. In the Guatemala was not allowed to apply, now is allowed to apply. So there are countries that have been added, the countries that have been removed. So Guatemala has been added as the country which can be able to apply. Venezuela is the country has been added as not allowed to apply. Nigeria, unfortunately, is not allowed to apply at the moment. When I used to expect Nigeria to be among the countries which are eligible to be among the countries to be able to participate this year. But since 2015, Nigeria is not being eligible. You can see the countries which are not eligible are this one. So these are the countries which are not eligible: Bangladesh, Brazil, Canada, China, Colombia, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Haiti, Honduras, India, Jamaica, Mexico, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, South Korea, United Kingdom, with the exception of Ireland, Northern Ireland, and the territories, Venezuela, and Vietnam. So Venezuela is here, but last year Venezuela was not there. Guatemala was here, but Guatemala now is not. Guatemala is allowed to apply at the moment. So these are the countries which are not allowed to apply. So if you are here and you are from Africa, I know the question everybody is asking, is my country, Rwanda, is available? What about this country? Is Somalia is available? All African countries are allowed with exception of Nigeria. Shiko, we are talking about passport. There is a question about passport. Another person also asked about that one. We've already answered that one. Okay, Shiko, can you answer the passport? And then if you need me to add anything, I will go ahead.
Can I use my East African passport to apply green card? For the East African passport, EBM, is it in the actual book or is it which one? Because
okay,
the new one,
the new one is East African passport. Is the new one?
Or the East African community?
Yeah, is the new one. People, they call it East African, but it still is your country's passport. Though all East African, they have the same color, agreeing we are using that one. But it will be a blue
let
color
me get it.
Kenya.
Let me get it so we can show them.
Perfect. That will be able to help. Yeah. The old one for Kenya was blue. Tanzania, the old one was green. Now all passports have light blue, the new East African passport.
Yeah, I have it here with me. This is the East African community.
Yes.
Passport.
Yes, that is yeah.
And Jacob is asking, can I use my East African passport to apply green card? Yes, that is the
passport you're supposed to use if you're from East Africa.
Yes. And also you can use this one. In Kenya, this one is not, it is still valid.
Yeah, in Kenya it's allowed because they added the validity because of the COVID.
Yeah. it is still valid. If you have this one, you're good to go.
But Tanzania, you are not allowed the green one. So few things I want to point. We have been talking about the temporary passport. So I want people to understand some few things about the temporary passport. For those who don't have passport, you are allowed to use the temporary passport. So this is the temporary passport. Example of the temporary passport. This is a valid passport. You are allowed to use this one to apply. You are allowed to use this one to travel. But when you are writing the passport number, the abbreviation TP, you don't put it. You put it from AA, whatever it will be, numbers and letters here. Don't put the TP, because TP is just standing for temporary passport. So that is something also you are allowed to use.
Okay, and to clarify on that EBM, before we started this, like we had discussed about this temporary permit, and I asked you, I tell my people, don't use temporary permit. It is not recommended.
It is.
And I asked you, EBM, can they use this? Because that is where the confusion is.
Yes. So this one is a passport, like a passport book. What are the differences? Difference number one, this one is a paper, that is a book. This one is expiring after 1 year. That one is going to expire after 10 years. So just assume you have the passport book, which is going to expire in 6 months, will be the same as this passport. The other difference, you cannot use a paper passport to travel beyond the East African countries. But this is international recognized passport to travel within East Africa. For West Africans, they have their own similar passport. So if you apply with this one, you win, you will need to have also the actual passport book. So you have to go to apply and get the passport book. It's just like if you have the passport book, like Shiko's is showing, and that passport is going to expire in November. It means when you win, you need to get the new passport. And when you get the new passport, they are going to have the same name, same place of birth, but the passport number will differ. So they're not transferring the information. No, you have passport will be 2 different passport numbers, but it will have the same name, will have 2 different issue date, and expiration date will be different. So you are allowed, and I know people who have used the temporary passport, they have won, and they got the actual passport, and they came to America. In the US government, they will, first of all, no one can be able to know that this is a temporary passport, because when you put the numbers, if you put it with the word TP, it doesn't accept, because there will be so many numbers. Because international passport, they have a limitation of what numbers will be there. So that's why the TP is just abbreviation, which is not supposed to be there. So the passport numbers, it will say the passport number, expiration date. Expiration date will be maybe November or October 2022. So it has no difference with normal passport expiration date in 2022. So for the eyes of the US government or for any application, there is no any difference. But don't lose this paper, because once you win, you will need to have the passport to use to apply when KCC requests for the documents and when you go to the interview. Just even if you lose the passport, you need to have the police police information that you lost the passport with the passport number. If your passport has expired, don't lose the passport, because you have to prove you are the one who applied with that passport. So passport, temporary passport is allowed. Okay.
Yeah, that was a debate. That was a debate that I was against. I was telling my people, don't use temporary passport. Don't use it, because I have never seen anybody winning with it. So you have people winning with it, right?
I know the people, yeah.
Okay.
Kenyan, Tanzanian. So someone is asking, is temporary passport is the same as emergency passport? Yes, some people, they call emergency passport, because you get it quicker. If you apply today, you get within a day or 2, you get it. And you pay less than $10, you get it. That's people call emergency passport, but it's a passport. And refugees are allowed to use refugee passport as long as it is given by the United Nations, United UN or HCR. Those passports are allowed. That is the only exception. Obviously, if you're from Afghanistan, you are allowed to apply. But if you don't have the passport, please don't apply, because you'll win, you'll get stress, and you'll be denied the visa. Okay, Shiko is asking the quality of the videos.
Yeah, some people say that the video is not good today. You can tell us if the quality is okay.
On my
Yeah,
end,
they are saying it is okay.
it's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let me go to the initial questions here. Some people when they are trying to. We have so many people from Kenya, from Nairobi, yeah, from everywhere. So let me quickly go to find the questions people are asking. Hello, how are you guys? Already feel like I'm in the US already because the energy and the efforts you guys have for us is really impressive and it gives one hope. God bless you. God bless you much. I will be a victory.
Amen. Amen. Inawezekana.
Yeah. Thank you so much, each and everyone who have been here. We have already answered about Nigeria. I'm so sorry for people from Nigeria. It hasn't been the good year for you so far. We don't need, someone is asking, should we predict the dates? We don't need to predict, the dates are already there. See on the line which is going there, the dates from Wednesday, October 6th to Tuesday, November 9th. But don't wake up at early in the morning, I'm going to apply. No. It is noon of New York or Eastern Standard Time. So for East Africa, it will be at 7 p.m. In Ghana, most of the West African, depending, but if you use the time of Ghana, Sierra Leone, it will be at 4 p.m. That will be the time. But Rwanda will be at 6, so it depends on the country. I usually tell people to do something very simple like this. Let me show you what people should do. Just if you are in a country we haven't talked about, what you need to do, just go to the Google search and do this way. Just write when it is noon in New York, what time is in Ghana. It will tell you. That is the easy way. The easy way you can be able to know. But this is if you want to apply on the exact time. But yeah, what time it will be in, let's say in Oman, it will tell you what time will it be. What time will it be in, let's say in South Africa? It will tell you. So that is the easy way to be able to know, because South Africa is using Central African time like in Rwanda. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Sophia. Okay. What questions do we have? See, when they said we want people who have the energy and the belief, but as we are on the introduction, I asked you about, did you think you are going to win? Did you have the man? Did you plan everything? Yes, we are giving you hope to apply and to do everything, but we don't advise you to have obsession like every single day. You wake up in the morning, you are praying to God, I'm going to win the lottery. Like, yes, apply, pray once, pray twice, then continue with your life. Not every single minute, like, oh, man.
America.
Yeah, there are other ways. We've been talking about scholarships, we've been talking about other ways, yeah.
Yeah, life has to continue after the application. Continue with your life as normal. If you have planned to get married, go ahead and marry. Go ahead and get that baby. Continue with your schooling. Life has to continue. After now being selected, now that's when you are going to start a different route now with your life.
Can a single parent apply with his or her kids?
Of course, yes. So long as you have the requirements, go ahead and apply. So that anyone apply.
Yeah.
And include your kids. Don't leave out your kids when you apply.
One of the reasons why you'll be denied the visa, okay, is not my internet today. We lost Shiko, but she will be here in a minute. One of the reasons to be denied the visa is when you apply and you don't say you have kids, and then you come, you say you have kids after winning, you will be denied the visa. So you have to apply. Okay, she's coming back.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry, my internet was interrupted.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Someone says, my bro, I don't have passport. Please, in another way, get the temporary passport or don't apply at all. Simple. Let's be honest. Because you'll win, trust me, and you'll be denied. There's one kid in Ethiopia. I feel so bad. He's just 19 or 20 years old. Applied and he won and didn't get the visa.
No passport when applying?
Yeah, because if you apply, you say you are from stateless country, prove you are stateless. Because the application gives you 3 options of waiver. Either you are from a stateless. By stateless, you mean you are stateless. You are not born in any part of the planet Earth. There are very few people of those. They don't claim a place of birth in any country. 2, you are coming from a communist-controlled country and you are unable to get the passport. You are not able to get the passport because you didn't have money, or you didn't have the birth certificate, or you didn't have the national ID, or you didn't because of the COVID. They don't care about that. So there are situations like someone in Afghanistan is not a socialist country or communist country, but the situation in Afghanistan, US knows you can apply without a passport. They know you cannot get the passport from the Taliban government that I'm going to America. They know for sure you cannot get that one. So another exception is you must have the waiver letter from the Secretary of State and the Secretary of the Homeland Security. But in order to get that letter, you must be in the US first. So if you're in the US, you have the passport. So you see that is another challenge. So if you don't have the passport, go and get the temporary or don't apply.
One Caroline is asking, those who are outside Kenya, can they apply, please?
It doesn't matter where you are at the time of application, as long as you have internet. They don't care. And they have to give the disclaimer because there are some people who will be bothering you, Shiko. Please apply for us because you are in America. Being in America, or someone is filling the form because it's in America, doesn't mean that you are going to win. Because in the end, your eligibility is not based on where you are at the time of application, rather the region where you are from and the place of birth. And all Africans, regardless where you are, is region 1. Europe is region 2. So it doesn't matter where you are still African. So don't you feel that you are more Americanized just because you are here. And no, if you apply, they teach you are Kenyan, you are Tanzanian, you are Ugandan, you are Ghanaian, wherever you are. So that is something you need to know.
Yes, exactly.
Could you give a rough timeline from the day you win to the day you arrive in the United States? Use the DV 2023 as a reference. Okay. Should I go? Or you want to go with that one?
Let me go with this one.
Because you are expert on that. I will talk more theoretical. You went through the process.
One thing, it depends with your case number. The lower your case number, the earlier you are going to be scheduled for the interview. For my case number, I was 8,000. And we were scheduled for the interview in December of 2017. So we went earlier than a person who was 10,000. After the interview, we stayed only for 3 weeks and we came to America. So it will depend on how ready you, okay, the first thing is your case number and how ready you are to move. Because our visa was to expire in May. But we came here
after, you get 6 months
after
the day of the visa approval.
We got our visas in December 2017. We came here in January 2018, and our visas were to expire in May 2018. So we came way earlier. So it also depends with how ready you are.
I usually advise people, you never know. There might happen a war in your country. Just get out of that country as soon as possible. You never know what will happen.
Yes, because by that time, actually, there were some rumors going around that the former president is going to stop this thing.
Yeah, even if it's going to stop, usually if you have the visa, you are good, but anything can happen. So get into the plane.
Yes, I normally there is a video I did, and so many people were like, "Oh, yeah, that is reality. It can happen," because even if you have the visas, and God forbid something happens to the principal applicant,
yeah, if you die, game over.
That comes the end. That marks the end of everybody.
Yeah,
and it happens.
yeah.
Principal applicant dies, and you are still in your country, and you have visas with you. Pole sana, America, and you kaput.
Yeah.
So you have to pray for the principal applicant.
You have to prepare eggs, nice food. If he gets upset, I'm not going to America, everybody doesn't go. So
you know what? You are bringing him. You are accompanying the principal applicant. You can't come without him. So you have to soothe him. He's coming and you are accompanying him.
And if he's a girlfriend and boyfriend, if the boyfriend will be so caring so that they can get married, so that they can come to America, because if you change their mind, can drop you at any time.
Yes.
Oh. But the problem is some people do not know the power of if you are a winner, that the power you have over the life of any other person.
It is something big and should be respected.
Yeah, that is very interesting. Yeah.
Okay, Ibiam, I just remembered another question. Someone in the DV winners group asked.
Yes.
They are family. They are waiting for the DV interview to be scheduled.
Yes.
The husband is the principal applicant, but unfortunately, the wife died.
The wife dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the wife is in the DS-260, but she will not go to the embassy because she is normal.
Yes.
Can you advise that guy on how to go about it?
You ask it to unlock the DS-260. When you unlock, you change the status of your spouse to deceased. That's number one. On the principal applicant, I'm married to this person, but he's deceased. Because even if your wife has died, you're supposed to put in that information. So they have to change the information to deceased, that is no longer alive. That's number one. And number two, I'm not coming with my spouse because he's dead. But the worst part, the other thing is, you don't need to do anything on because when you fill the DS-260, there is a derivative applicant, like the profile. But unfortunately, the DS-260 doesn't allow you to go to delete that profile. Once you create a profile, you cannot delete. So you leave that way, the same way as it is. So when they request for the documentation, you will show the marriage certificate, and you show also the death certificate that this person got married, but this person is dead, just to make sure they understand. So you don't need to go. After all, if you say I'm not coming with my wife, you don't need to have this documentation. But just to make sure you are on the safe side, you can do that.
Yeah. So you have to prove she was my wife. This is marriage certificate. She's dead. This is the death certificate.
Yeah, just to make it. Yeah, and you have to go with this documentation at the US Embassy. Yeah, they don't ask because but just to be not to be asked, go 2 weeks, go and get this certificate.
Yeah,
that is a very good question, and I don't know why. That's when you create a profile of dependent, you cannot delete it.
Because you included initially in the actual application.
No, even if without, not because let's say you get married after the lottery. You decide to put the profile. We just get upset. You got to delete you cannot delete it.
Oh, so you put it, not delete it.
The only other way, you just say, I'm not coming with the person. That's the only way you can do.
Okay.
But you cannot process anything. Yeah. I'm a DV winner 2022. Up till now, no document request case below 10,000 and submitted yes on July. Relax. 10,000, your interview will be January. Just the scheduled interview will be likely in January. So, but because of the COVID, they are not going to do exactly like that fast to be scheduled for that particular interview. So the request for the documentation, by this time, this October, they have to ask the documents so that by November, they have to give you the date because you need to have at least 6 weeks. So that means if they send it by, let's say, December, the interview date, it will be maybe mid of January or end of January. So October, they have to send the request for the documentation expectation by mid of November. Possible you have sent the documentation. They will send the email for the interview by end of November or early December. The interview will be mid of January.
Mwakazi's family is asking,
yeah,
if we have any statistics, roughly how many people per country have been winning for the last 3 years in East African countries.
We have that. Just wait. Let me. There is one sec. Statistics. I have the statistics. There are one. Usual. One sec. This one will be a little bit older, the one I'm going to pull here, but we'll be able to. Okay, we'll be able. This number will be different from if for the current one, because this number you can see, you can try to find out how many people applied. But remember, up to they posted the people who applied. So you'll find out from 2018 the number is going down. Why? Because of the introduction of the passport. So when they introduced the passport, the number went down. And then you can see the number of people who are selected. They haven't updated here. You'll see in the visa bulletin, I'll be able to show you there. Let me give you an example from 2019 to 2021. You'll be able to see. Okay. So in Africa, for instance, Algeria, here you will see how many people applied. And Mwakazi wants to know how many people won. Okay, you want to look at the number of people who have won. So I have to go to the visa bulletin. Let's go to this one. Now it is in August, right? Okay, let's put October. Let's go to September. I think this one has the information for the previous DV 2021. Okay. So for instance, they will show you how many people have won, because DV 2022, the number of winners was 119,000, I think. DV 2021 was 133,000, the winners. No, the numbers is usually somewhere. Yeah, so, but the numbers that I remember, 133,000 for the V 2021, the V 2022, 119,000. They didn't put here. Just wait. Okay, so you see the applicants registered for the DV 2022, the number who registered applicants were selected randomly from. So the total number of qualified entry. Why do they say qualified entry? Because there are so many entries which are rejected because of the photo and the other duplicate applications. We don't consider the derivative. Don't forget about the derivative. We're talking about the main entries, the main applicants. And usually it is a 35 days application for the DV lottery. And out of that,
ABM, if you can check on August visa bulletin.
This is the August. This is the
August visa bulletin, yeah. They have the total number of winners. Exactly.
Yeah, so this one, the winners is 119,000. Somewhere they wrote, I don't remember where. I remember I read that one. Yeah. So you can be able to see. So the good way to want to see these numbers is to also look about how many people applied. Then in Africa, the highest number usually is Algeria. There are a few countries, Algeria, Russia, some of the Eastern European countries, they have 6,001. But you can find out also the number of applicants in those countries. So the countries with the bigger number of applicants, they have also possibility of having bigger number of winners. Kenya usually is about 3,000 most of the time. Tanzania is about 200. Sierra Leone, they have this time they had a smaller number, but they usually have bigger number of applicants. Unless otherwise someone is mentioning which country to look at, but
Mwakazi wanted to know about East African countries, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania.
Okay, so in East Africa, Kenya is number one with many people, because Kenya usually like 500,000 people who are applicants. Tanzania is the lowest. You see Tanzania where it's just 103. Usually maximum is 300 in Tanzania, because this year they applied less than 7,000 people.
And why is it like that? Why is it like Tanzanians don't want to come to America?
Various reasons. Number one, majority do not know, and the people who know, they don't share with others.
Yeah,
and people, they pretend they don't care much about Western life, while they care. And also, some people, they get lied. You know, in Kenya, you have so many people already abroad. You have so many YouTubers, you have so many bloggers, you have so many exposure on Western life than in Tanzania. So in Tanzania, there are not very few people who, like you can count how many millions are overseas versus how many Kenyans are overseas. So those are a little bit different. And there are some people for the previous 2 years, they assumed by being on the travel ban, you are not allowed to apply. So they didn't apply, some people. Uganda, you'll find is 700, usually is around 1,000. Egypt is also usually big number. DRC, in Congo, Democratic Republic usually has a bigger number. You see that one. Afghanistan usually has more people. Russia has more people. Most of Eastern European have so many people. You will see, like, yeah.
When you mentioned Afghanistan, I just remembered there was a rumor that was going around.
Yeah, I heard that one.
That the people who are brought here from Afghanistan, they are taking our place. The people.
These things are controlled by the law. Those people who are coming here, they are coming under asylum, the humanitarian relief and the asylum. It has nothing to do with the lottery. So they're not going to take someone in the lottery. In order to get the lottery, you have to apply. You have to be randomly selected. That is the law from the Congress. So they're going to take no.
Yeah, because we were anxious because the dates were still not announced. So people were cooking stories.
They are waiting for me to announce.
You're waiting for you to come from Africa. Okay, this is another question from one David Miner. And so many people who travel to the Gulf countries ask this question.
Yes.
Suppose David Miner, I don't know if you can get it from that side. David Miner, towards the end. Suppose I apply green card during the window period.
Yes.
And it happens that I go to another country and sign a 2 years contract. Will it affect my visa application if I win green card?
No, it doesn't affect anything. Why? Because you continue with your life. If you win, you can choose where do you want to do the interview. You want to do in your home country or whatever country you are, they don't care. They have no problem at all. There is one person about Afghanistan. There is one lady. She's the winner from Afghanistan. Let me answer. Okay. From Rita. Is there any hope for my sister who won the V2022 with case number 10,000 but realized a country of eligibility is Afghanistan? Is she qualified? Let me, first of all, I want to make sure you understand. Is your sister, when applied, is originally from Afghanistan, born in Afghanistan, or by mistake put the country of eligibility is Afghanistan? Those are two things different. If by mistake you put a different country, I have bad news. I don't like to say, but it's part of the instruction. The good thing, I don't want to look like this guy is so mean. These are the regulations. Failure. Let me read the instruction. They don't want to say EBM is so mean. I just want to make sure that we give the correct information. It is here. Listing an incorrect country of chargeability or eligibility, you will make you ineligible for the DV 2023. So even for DV 2022, the same instruction is still there, meaning you are going to be denied unless otherwise you prove that you are from that country, or unless otherwise now you have to prove that you are married. You are married to Afghan person before you applied, so that you took the chargeability from your spouse. How do you prove that? I don't know. And this is also another practical example. There is one Kenyan, is a Somali, born in Kenya, but lived in South Africa, and by mistake assumed by the country of eligibility. Are you claiming, question number 6, are you claiming your eligibility based on the country of birth? So the person by mistake assumed they put the country where he lives, so put South Africa, but the original was born in Kenya and is the winner for the V2022. So that is, yeah. Okay, so the person said it was by mistake when applying, she's from Ghana. You have to use juju for the consular officer to forget that, because you're from Ghana, now your case number will be from AS, from Asia. You have to prove that your country of eligibility, you have to establish the claim you are from there. You can continue, you can take a risk of processing and the person to say that is by mistake, but the instruction is very clear. It will be easier if you make a mistake, you are from the same African region, they can consider a little bit. That's why I usually tell people, sometimes don't apply on the first day, because sometimes you want to quickly apply, you end up doing the simple mistake like this one, and you win. And the instruction is very clear that if you fail to establish you are from that country, you are going to be denied the visa. So you see the reason why someone can be denied the visa. Even just to put a wrong passport number, one number in the passport, these people are not joking. That's why they are going to take 119,000 for the V2022 winners. The V2021, it was 133, because for them to deny you the visa, it's a joy. They don't feel sorry for you, because it is also someone with high case numbers is praying for you to make that mistake. That's how it is. Go to the passport. I want to show you. That's why I usually tell people, when you complete this information, let me find there is a passport. They say not the exemption, the passport that If you put a wrong passport number, you'll be denied the visa. There is that instruction somewhere.
Mm.
So even when you fill the number, just go slow. Don't make mistakes which can cost you to win. You win, you are denied the visa. This is what we asked. This is what we said. Is it true that if someone in America helps you to apply, you have a more chance of winning? No.
Yeah, that's what we covered.
Okay, let me start from the current question going backward.
Yeah, it is easier that way.
Yeah. We thank God our life. I'm the V2022 winner from Ghana. I have received the document, received the email from KCC. Thank you for supporting EBM on Shiko.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that calls us to ask you guys if the information that we are giving you is important to you. The only thank you can give to us is just to subscribe to our YouTube channels and like our videos.
Yep.
If you have not subscribed to EBM Scholars, kindly do it. Subscribe to his channel. It is there on the screen. Go ahead and subscribe to EBM Scholars. If you have not subscribed, then go back to Shiko Hope TV USA. If you have not subscribed there, give us those subscription, guys. That is only thing that we're asking from you. Just that. Subscribing is free. Liking the video is free. Appreciate us with the subscribing.
And I've posted the links on the comment. Hi, Shiko and EBM. You are doing a great job. May God bless you. I have a question concerning mailing address. In case address 1 and address 2, please explaining if you can give us an example. Okay, let me go and give this very quick way. Let me open Microsoft Word and make it easier. What we mean is question number 8, if not mistaken. I've memorized most of the things.
You know, you are the pro. You are the pro of this thing.
So, question number 8 is mailing address. First of all, what do you say mailing address? Mail a letter. Address where you'll be getting the mail. This one. In America, mailing address is the address where you live because they are going to bring it to your home. Most people in Africa, mailing address, you go to the post office to get the letters. So you have two options on the mailing address. You can put the PO box, post office box, or you can put the address where you live at your home. What is the importance of this address in the DV lottery? It means nothing. It has no impact. They're not going to send you any mail. They're not going to send any document on that address. The only important one is differentiating between that one and email, electronic mail. Electronic mail is the most important one. This one is very, very important, electronic mail. So on question number, that one, there is address A. Address A, you start by putting two things. You can put the address, the number, the street name, and the house number, whatever it is. So for instance, your street is maybe Johnson Drive, or is Jomo Kenyatta Road. You put Jomo Kenyatta Road, house number 2, or whatever number it is, house, whatever it is. Or if it is apartment number, you put apartment number. Or it is, I'm giving an example, it can be Kwame Nkrumah Avenue or street, house number, blah, 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 blah. So that is number 1. B, they say it is optional. Just to make your life easy, leave it empty. Don't do anything. Simple. C, so his address, that one, they'll put you city or town. So if it is Nairobi, you put Nairobi. If it is Meru, you put Meru. If it's Dar es Salaam, you put Dar es Salaam. If it is whatever it is, if it is KwaZulu Natal, you put KwaZulu Natal. So you put the name of the city or the town. Then you are going to put they say county or they call district, or sometimes it can be if you are in the state, if your country has a state. So here you can put the district. If you are from Mombasa, you put Mombasa, just like that. Then if you mistaken, I might make they say zip code or postal code. So don't tell me any African country has a zip code. Forget those numbers you are given. Those are fake numbers. They're not a zip code. Just make it your life easy. Put a postal code or no postal code. So postal code are when you put your phone number in international number, don't put the plus sign. Don't put the plus sign. So for Tanzania is 254, Kenya 254. 254 Kenya, 255 Tanzania, 256 is Uganda. So whatever number it is in your country, put that number. But even if you say no postal code, whatever you click that option, no, or zip code, it's okay. But if you put the zip code, whatever number you put, there is no problem because that one doesn't matter. Then there is a country. A country. You put your country there. So this address, if you don't have the address, you can put a fake address. You can put the address usual before here. There is something is called in care of. When it says care of, let me. There is something is called care of or in care of, means this letter should be passed through someone. So my letter should be passed through Shiko Hope. So in care of Shiko Hope, blah, 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 blah. So this is optional if your letter passes through someone. Don't complicate this one. Just leave in care of, leave it empty. But put the address like any number, even if it's PO Box 1, Dodoma, Tanzania. It's okay. Postal code, you put there. No document is going to be sent through this address. I believe I've been able to answer in detail. Anything you want to add, Shiko, on the address?
Yeah, I would like to add, if you don't have a mailbox, maybe you can write to your former primary school, your church address, anything. So, actually, they don't mail. Yeah. They can't send you any mail. So, it is just for the application, but they don't expect anything from the mailbox.
So in care of, you write Mwenge, whatever, primary school, PO Box, that one, whatever it is. Yeah. Rwanda, the good thing about Rwanda, they have very good street and name, whatever, Gasabo, whatever. They have all those crazy things, which is good. But many places, they don't have those ones. So whether you put it incorrect, you put it that way. Someone is asking, should you fill them with capital letters or small letters? It doesn't matter. For me, I prefer to usually to use capital letters so that if I make a mistake, I know. Let me give you an example. You are going to put the email. You are going to write your email, and your email is Makulilo. Let me give you an example. This is not my email. I'm giving you an example. This way. If I put the email this way, I will know if I put it correct. Then when I put this one, you see, sometimes when you are typing here, you can see because it's Microsoft Word, but in the form, I doesn't have the dot on top. That is the problem. So sometimes you might make a small mistake. So I prefer using capital myself so that I'm sure of what I'm writing.
Yes.
Okay.
Blessing Brenda in Uganda, she's asking, If I win from Uganda, where do I do the interview from?
Kenya.
Nairobi.
Yeah. The only thing, there are few countries, immigrant visa are not conducted in that particular country. I don't know why the US embassy is in Uganda, but whether it's the fiancé visa, whether it's green card by marriage, whether it's green card by sponsoring the family member, whether it's green card by employment, you have to go to Nairobi. Or you can choose another place. So by default, if you are Ugandan and your location is in Uganda, the country of interview by default to populate to put is Nairobi, Kenya. Don't ask me why that way. You can ask a consular officer. Just go to there, get your visa. It's extra cost to go there, to live, whatever, all those kind of things.
Edward has been repeating his question. Let us answer him. He's asking about, what is that? Edward Osei, if you are a DV winner and couldn't add your new baby to your case, can you be denied a visa?
Did you put the child in the application first of all? If you put it on the application, you are good. You have to add whether you are coming with, you will say, I'm not coming with my child. But if you didn't put in the application, you have to forget your child. I can simply say that hard way. The law is very clear. You must include. Failure to include your child or include a child who is not yours will be disqualified. If they find out, you'll be disqualified, no matter what reason you have. Even
if it's a new baby. I understand this is a new baby.
If it's a new baby is born after the lottery application, you are allowed to add your child. You have to add your child.
But when you have received the 2NL, they can't unlock the DS260.
You can't unlock, but there is a way at the embassy they will allow you to add to do that.
Exactly.
Because I can give a practical example. There is one lady is Tanzanian. They already engaged. When she came to find out they've won, I told them, don't fill the DS260, get married first. So they got married, they filled the DS260. But when they filled, they didn't create the file, the profile for the husband. So the day they went to the visa, they showed all the evidence, but your husband is not having the profile. So they let them, allowing them to do that. And even like, so for that particular case, they added, they allowed to find a way to add, and they did that way. And even there is one case, one person yesterday, I'm just trying to look at the emails here, messages on, he got his visa exactly on September 30th. The problem was, went to the interview, got married, didn't add the profile that way. So we tried to find any way on how to add, and then went to because went up to the US embassy for the interview. So the other option was to come alone, or you have to come with your wife. So, but later they came to us on a way they helped on how to add. But there is a way, because once you get the second notification, you cannot add any person. But there is a way embassy, they can allow you to go and update, just like any other applicant for the visa, and then you can come with your spouse or your child.
Yeah, for the newborn baby, straightforward.
Case number 3,000. Is 3,000 or 30,000? Because it's 3K. 3K is 3,000. I've not got my documents. You are supposed to have, because 3,000 is supposed to be interview. I mean, your case number is in November.
It's current. Yeah, your case number is current.
I don't know why. My passport expired. I'm trying to renew it. So when we are starting applying for the DV 2020, can I register the number of the expired passport since I have not yet got the new one? No. Using invalid, not valid passport. By not valid means it's expired. You cannot travel with it. The point is, can you travel with that passport today, which is expired, telling them at the embassy or at the airport, you know, my passport expired, but I'm waiting for the new one. So can I travel with this one? No. Can you use the money of the face of Jomo Kenyatta, which is no longer maybe available now? No. You have to use the valid. So get the temporary passport or don't apply. Using expired passport, you'll win and will be denied the visa, and the stress will be higher. 600, that one. 265 so photo size, good. Yeah, that's good. Can you try to enumerate some errors committed by candidates in green card lottery application? Okay, let me mention some of these one in the Shiko can be adding. Do you want to start with the photo on your end, first of all? And then I will mention the rest.
The photo requirements.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, that is one of the errors people make when they are doing the application, because the photo requirements are very well detailed how they need it to be taken. The photo should be in color, not black and white. Yeah. Like the other, like the one we used to do before. It has to show that the shirt I'm wearing is red, the shirt EBM wearing is blue or black. It has to show that, and then it must meet the 600 by 600 pixels.
Yeah.
The background should be white or off-white. No headscarf. If it is not religion headscarf like mine, I'm supposed to take it
not
off.
This way.
And mine, I can just put it down. No earrings. No earrings. The ears should be visible. No glasses. No glasses. Even if you don't see, you just put your glasses out.
Yeah.
Take a photo and take your glasses back.
Wearing the glasses, you lose. That's why they say qualified entries, because some they are going to be denied because you have a brand new eyeglasses. Yeah.
Yeah, no glasses whatsoever. For the ladies, no makeup. No makeup. Just go as natural as you are. Not smiling that cheese. Not smiling. The photo should be serious. And then the hair. For the ladies, the hair, they are those elongated hairs. They are very covering your face, part of your face, covering your ears. No. If you have done braids, or maybe you have done some style, just make sure your hair is held at the back, the ears are visible, and you're good to go. For dreadlocks, for guys, just make sure that your dreadlocks they are well covered. They are well put at the back. We have some pictures there. You can see.
See, when you say makeup, don't like this is a different person. Like that's why they don't want like this is another person. Like, man.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't want you to appear like this. You look like Angelina Jolie while you are not.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why we discourage makeup, because makeup makes you have another appearance. We need your natural appearance.
Yeah.
No lipstick. Just be natural. Just be natural. You can just apply Vaseline here, but no lipstick. Yeah. You can continue if I left anything out.
Yeah, those are. Don't use the photo you used on last year's application.
Yes.
I mean, I know I applied on my nephew and he won, but don't try. Maybe they didn't catch it. But the law is very clear. Using the photo of the previous device. I think by mistake she leave the studio. Using the old or the previous application, the photo for the previous lottery application, you'll be denied the visa. So that is another mistake on the photo. Another mistake for the photo. Yeah, so those are some quick way. There is a video which I explain every single item on the back on that one. Let me show you one website usual. This is the website. It's called remove.bg, remove background. It's a free website. So I usually take this one if someone is sending me the photo, and what I do, I change, like for instance, this person sent me this photo. Let me show you the original photo. The original photo, let me go to the original photo. You see, it's not a pure white. It's not a pure plain. It's more a grayish. So I have to put it like without making craziness. So I'm clicking remove the background. I click the edit here. And then I come on the photo and I change to this one. You see? So it comes to that one. So this one is, I changed this one without making, let me show you, without making anything. You see, it is plain now white. It's not in the measurement yet, but it is plain white. That's number one. Then let me go to another website. I usually use this one. It's called egreencardphoto.com. This one, I usually go and do some changes. What I do, I go and upload that photo. You can use this one. So it's very simple. You see, by default, it gives you one green on the mouth, another one here, but you have to a little bit increase. You put on the chin, just you see like the photo here, it is. So I can just a little bit, oh, sorry. So you see like, I'm giving example. It might not be perfect quick way because I'm doing quick way. So that one, it comes on the card, and this one, it will be correct one. So I'm using that one. So how do you know this one is correct? Click the file. It says kilobytes is 26.2 kilobytes. It's not supposed to exceed 240 kilobytes. Resolution is 600 times 600. And it is taken, because I saved today, it shows this today's date. So if you come here, you will be able to see that is how it comes. But though it's not very clear, the photo itself, like the face wise, but that is another way on how you can be able to see your photo. Okay. Oh, I've already answered that one. Someone is asking for the scholarships. Scholarships, there are different ways. Go to my EBM Scholars channel. If you go to my EBM Scholars channel, on here, on the playlist, there is a playlist for scholarships. You will see there are scholarship opportunities here, scholarships in German, scholarship opportunities in UK, or you can go and you'll find there are scholarships in Europe. If you click here, you'll find all the videos about scholarships in Europe. They're here. If you want a scholarship in America, they'll be there. So just go and subscribe to the playlist, or I can click the playlist of, I can just put the link of the playlist. You can be able to see the playlist of scholarships. Let me write in the comments. Okay. I don't know. Shiko is not able to join at the moment. Okay. Okay, so let me go to other questions. Have the interview for the V 2022 started? Yes. Have we started since October 1st? When applying, do you need to upload everyone you include on the list? On the list, passport photo and the passport. Welcome back.
I'm sorry, my phone was overheating. That's why it shut down.
I thought by mistake you click the leave the studio by mistake.
No.
So the passport photo is for everyone. Passport as a travel document is for the main applicant. So if you say you are married, your spouse doesn't need to have a passport to be included in your application. But to increase the chance, your spouse should also do that. So kindly, Rachel Wanja, it's a kindly advice. I'm not legally married, and my husband doesn't want me to fill him, but I have a child with him, and the birth certificate has his father's name. Yeah, no problem. You're not married to him, so what's the problem? Apply and married with your child. There is no law that you must be married to have a child. The point is that your child, yes. They don't care who is the father. They don't care about that. And there's no question who is the father in the DV lottery. What is the name? And the name you can give it the name Barack Obama. They don't care. As long as is your child, prove that is your child. That's all.
One Sylvia Kemi is asking, what should I feel as my highest level of education if I'm still in university?
University, you call it some university courses. You are still at the university, you haven't graduated. If you are doing masters, you say some graduate courses. If you are doing PhD, you say some doctorate courses. If you have diploma, but you didn't go to high school, you put vocational, or you can choose a primary education. Because there is no education of junior high school here on the,
in Africa.
Mrs. Spell names a special letter. For example, Waithera can
an affidavit help here?
If you are the winner, yes. When you are applying for the DV lottery, forget about your school certificate. What is written? What is written in the passport is what your name is.
Yes.
About school, that is a different story. When you win, you can get a legal affidavit. But the name on the DV lottery must match the passport.
Thanks.
If you make a mistake of the name, it's not a big deal. You can correct when you're filling the DSC 260. But the mistake on the passport number, there is no sorry, they're denying you the visa because it's a forgery. You see the problem when it comes to the passport, because changing one number, it is different passport.
It is a different person.
Okay. I'm a primary school teacher in Kenya and currently working in Dubai. What can I put in education? Being a primary school teacher, you can be with a PhD, still teach at primary. What is education? Because that doesn't help me. Myself, with my master's, I can decide to go to teach at primary school. In the US, people are teaching at kindergarten, have bachelor degree, have master's degree. So being primary school teacher, I cannot assume what is your level is. Yes, we have a generalization like, oh, maybe primary school teacher, they ended in secondary school. But I cannot assume that. Oh, so someone mentioned the primary certificate. So you put a primary certificate. Sir and madam, I have a refugee travel document passport. Can I use to apply? Yes. That is the only other exception you are allowed to use passport. Just wait. Yeah. I usually yeah, okay. Any other question?
Yes, from this side, we have this question here about editing the photo. Maybe you took the photo, maybe in a black background, but now you want to edit and make it white.
Yeah, that is allowed as long as you are not changing completely. I usually tell people before when you are not here, I usually tell people, I usually use this site. It's called remove image background. Remove.bg. This is going to remove the background. Is like there is nothing crazy, and especially when the picture is just a plain one person. You just let me give example. This photo, let me I showed this one. This photo original, it is this way. It's not clear white. It's just like a grayish. So if I put it here, automatically to come when they already remove. The original is here. This is removed. So it removes the background. So you can go here, click edit. When you click edit, it comes to blurry background or changing the background. You can change the background whatever you want. But go to from photo, go to the already color. If you come to the color, there is the first one here on top is white. You click white, this one. And then you download. That is it doesn't change the photo quality, whatever. It becomes like white, like that way. But when you start Photoshop, you start adding your hair, they're not going to find the beauty contest or Mr. Tanzania or Mr. Ghana here. So don't start like going to add so many things. Like this is not a Instagram photo that you have to do those crazy things to change yourself, add everything. Yeah. So let me give some of the example. I'm using photos which are different, even like, let me give like the photo which even if they're not correct one, I just want to show you, like, it just changes the background. Yeah, so you can change the background. This photo are not allowed because it's smiling this way and it has words, whatever. But I just want to show you how you can change the background. Someone says it tried to change the background. To change the background, it doesn't change the resolution. After changing the background, then I usually come to this other website, and then you come to upload. And if you use the e-green card photo, it will take you to the exactly 600 by 600. Or if you want, you can do manually yourself. I usually use this one. It's easy.
It is easy.
Yeah.
Can you see a question from Anastasia?
Okay, let me answer this one quick way. Is national identity card working out as passport? Can you go and get the visa on the national ID? No, so it's not a passport. That's why there's passport. And even that national ID card. That's even yesterday I was having the meeting with people about Tanzania. We're having the webinar, and they say Tanzania and Kenya, they are wasting the money. You have the national ID, think that is the national ID, but that means nothing. What proves you are Kenyan or Tanzanian is the passport. What they could do like in US. In US, it's very simple. They have the passport and they have the passport card. Print a passport card to mean you are a US citizen or you are Kenyan citizen. It's a passport like any other passport, but it's in the form of a card. Why do you need to have national ID? You have driving license, you have the voter registration card, that's wastage of resources, people. And it's not a passport, that one. So national ID is not a passport.
Yes, you can't use it for your DV processing.
We say the question from who?
Anastasia Nyanchoka. She's asking about DS unlocking.
Yeah.
She's saying, does unlocking of DS affect the date of document request? Because those we submitted in May have been asked for documents while I have not. I had requested in August, it unlocked in September. So she's asking if it delays the document request.
Not really. It doesn't affect. Because when you are going to unlock, you might be going to change the letter. Just one letter on the unlocking or the level. That has nothing to do to request for the passport and to prove that you are the winner. Because what they're asking, yes, it will change. They will not process after receiving until you send it back to them so that they can just check the information. But to request the documents, because they do not know when you are going to send. Because let me give you an example. You request request the document today, they send the email today. While you have that letter, you email, some people they wait for a month to get this police clearance. In between, you come to find that you have a mistake. you can request to unlock and make some changes. But what they're requesting is police clearance. What they're requesting is your passport. Has nothing to do with other things. So I don't think, in my opinion, that is going to affect your time on that particular sense. It doesn't affect.
And I also think it will also depend with your case number, right?
Yes. Yeah. Because sometimes there are some people, it depends. Some people, yes, they can choose randomly, first come, first served, but sometimes they are also looking the smaller case number, the one who are supposed to go to the interview first, as a priority. If there are 10 people, 6, their case number is less than 10,000, and 4, their case number is 50,000, why should I worry about 50,000 person at this time? When it is October.
And the case number is not current.
Exactly.
Kemadi is congratulating us. She is saying, I love the strength you guys are putting to feed us with the most important information. And with that, guys, I remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to EBM Scholars YouTube channel. Look and check if you have subscribed there. If that subscribe thing is still red, kindly make it gray. Make it gray. And you're going to do that by touching on that subscribe thing. And by doing that, you're going to support us. The same thing, go to Shiko Hope TV, subscribe there. Give this video a thumbs up. More than 300 people are watching this live, but I can only see 77 likes, guys.
Yeah.
Can you give us morale, guys, so we can continue with this, with this. Like our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channels, EBM Scholars, Team Shiko Hope. Let us go to EBM Scholars and subscribe there. EBM Scholars, Team EBM Scholars, come to Team Shiko and subscribe.
I'll put the link on the comment. Please go and subscribe.
Yeah, the link is there. Go. 1 minute, subscribe, so that we can continue with this trend.
Yeah, dear sir, if I choose my interview location in my country, Afghanistan, when should I request KCC to change my interview location before it is too late? Or they will let us know, let us know. No. Change the location before you submit the documents. Because once you submit the documents, you do not know how long will they, especially case number if it's small, how long are they going to send the second notification letter? Once they send the interview location, the interview date and location, you cannot change. You cannot go and change the location because you cannot unlock the DS260. So the advice will be, if you are waiting, wait whatever it is, but once they request the document, don't send the documents while you haven't changed the location, if you want to change the location.
Yes. Okay, Mr. IBM, can you now take us through qualifying with work experience?
Okay.
Yeah, that is one. Yesu. He's saying something to do with dropping out of high school.
Okay.
So he can qualify with work experience.
There are 2 things here. There is a lottery application and there is interview. Those are 2 things different. In the diversity visa lottery, in order to participate, you need to have either high school education or 2 years of qualifying work experience. But in the form, there is no any place to mention work experience. You just tick the education. And even if you tick education, whether it's primary or PhD, that information is not processed during the selection process. Selection doesn't look that thing. That's why, if it's my opinion, I will ask the US government to remove that portion because it means nothing. Because you don't use that information in anywhere. Because you assume, because if someone says it's primary, you don't give the chance of the person to put how many years of work experience. And still you are not using that information to process winning or selection. Selection is random without considering that. So qualifying for work experience, it means you don't have high school. And when you apply, you will put your exact education level, whether it's primary or vocation. But if you win now, When you are going to fill the DS-260, which is the visa form, that is when you have to include clearly your work experience. And qualifying with work experience, it means you needed to have a training to show what you are doing, you went to school for, or you needed to show on-job training before you start that particular job. For instance, you're a mechanic. Did you go to a mechanic school, vocational education center in your country to take a certificate or diploma? Did you get on-job training? Did your job require at least 2 years of work experience before you started that job? So they are going to look, what training did you get? Whether it's professional in school, then on-job training before you started that job, and the magnitude of the job. For instance, if you say you were a chef, what cooking school did you go? What culinary school did you go? Then if you are cooking, where are you cooking? Are you cooking just chapati and ugali at your home and nearby people, 10 people are coming to buy, or you are going to cook at a 5-star hotel? So that is going to differ. So we are not going to look about the title, because sometimes someone says, oh, I work at McDonald's. So what if you're working at McDonald's? It's an American company. So what? Being an American company or working at Mary Brown or working at KFC in Kenya means nothing. Are you a manager or are you a cleaner at KFC? What training do you have? So those are going to look at. So my advice, I usually tell people on work experience, if you apply for the DVL, start yourself, apart from other things. Work experience can be paid or unpaid work experience. So start volunteering to the orphanage centers, to other organizations, so that you can have more work experience, just in case, because if you go with one and they deny that one, you are toasted. But if you have, oh, I've been able to I've been working here as part-time, I've worked here, I get paid here. So you have 6 work experience in 5 years, man. So they will be having difficulty to choose which one should they use, and you have that guarantee.
Yes, and also to be on the safe side, there is this website where you can check if your work qualifies.
Yeah.
I think you can put there the onnetonline.org. Yeah. That one, you yourself, you can go there. You think the course I did, you go to that website and check if that qualifies. That qualifies.
The Department of Labor on it, yeah. Let me.
It is www.onnetonline.org.
Yeah.
Very easy, very easy. So if you don't have a high school, go there and check if your work qualifies.
Yeah. So you come here, and this is what they call the code and everything. So if you say you are cook or security, you'll be able to look like what kind of food qualifies. They will give you the numbers. So all those kind of, if you're working fast food, if it's private, whatever. So they give the explanation, then they will be having the job zone and all those range. So this one is below 4.0. You were supposed to have 7, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to have 7 or greater than 7.
Yeah.
Anything less than 7.
So, yeah. So, for instance, you see, this is working cooks at a restaurant. Let's see what will it be. You see, this one is around here. It hasn't gone far. Okay. So that's why you needed to have so dietetic technician. This will be more professional. You see, is smaller than 7 still, but so that's why you need to know this kind of job, these experiences, what school do you go, all those kind of things. Food service managers, because of the manager, it will be a little bit more. Oh, still, whatever it is, but that is something you need to look at. That's why it is finding a way on how you can get education to reduce, because this one, someone can be able to scrutinize you a lot. But education, I have high school, I have whatever bachelor degree, or I'm at the university. Even if you are first year, I'm at the university.
Yes, and most people, because they check and see, oh, my work can't qualify, they are going to adult school to get the high school certificate. And I think that one is easier
Yeah.
because you're not going to study for 4 years, maybe
And
1 or 2 years, and you get the high school certificate.
And especially like, you know, for sure you have won, you have earned something, you can do something too. But even if it's not for green card lottery, you have to find the way to better off your life.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, the nationality that I have in my refugee travel document passport is refugees, but my real nationality is Congo. So which one should I use while applying for the DV lottery? You are Congolese, place of birth you are Congo, but the passport you are using is refugee passport. Does that make sense? Because let me give you an example. You were born in Kenya. You went in England, you took the citizenship of England, you have passport of England. But when you apply for the DV lottery, you are applying basing on the country of birth. When they ask for the passport is just to prove that you are not a scam. That's the reason of the passport. Passport, you are not going to win because of your passport. You are going to win because of place of birth. Your country is eligible. So having a passport of the UN is just to prove that you are who you are. But your eligibility is based on the Congo. Yeah. Because you cannot say the place of birth refugee. There is no place of birth refugee. What is that place in this world? There is no that place.
Yes, and that reminds me, yesterday someone asked, Shiko, I have 2 passports. I'm a Somali, but I have a Somali passport and a Kenyan passport. Can I do 2 applications using these 2 passports to increase my chances?
You are born in one place. You are still one person, place of birth. Because in the end, are you 2 different faces? Because the Department of State is using facial recognition to match principal applicants. So if you do one, go and do a surgery of your face and apply as another person with different name, different everything. Because the place of birth is the same.
Yes.
Date of birth is the same. What changes is just the passport number. They're going to catch you. They are smarter than you. Remember that.
Yes, and we have to remind them that there is no age limit when applying for green card.
Yeah.
So long as you meet the 2 requirements, you're good to go. It doesn't matter whether you are 60, 70, whether you are 18. Meet the 2 requirements and apply. And I have answered that guy there.
Yeah. Can one add the adopted children before the process of the adoption is over? No. The question is, add your child. Must be adopted. Remember, the information you're going to add is the information you are adding correct on the day of application. So you cannot put the date of the future. If you get adopted, you adopted them later and you win, you can add them. There is no problem. It's just like my wife is pregnant. How are you going to put the photo of the
born baby? Yeah. Okay, and that EBM, let us dwell more on this adding of kids, step kids. EBM, you marry Shiko Hope. EBM, you have your kids. Shiko Hope has her own kids. We get married. When we are doing the application, what are we going to indicate in the application? You as the EBM, are you going to include Shiko's children?
Yes, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
When we say increase the number of chances, so the children are natural born biological children, adopted children by law, and also the stepchildren. So if we get married, I'll be a stepfather. I will add your children on my application, and the biological father will also add them, and the stepmother of the other side will add them. So the children will have like 4 chances of winning. So the biological mother will add them, the stepfather will add them, the biological father will add them, the stepmother will add them. So they'll have 4 chances of winning. And if those children, they're above like 17, 18, that means they have high school, they can apply again. They have the 50th chance of winning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those are, so when we increase the chance, those is increase the chance. It's illegal, it's allowed.
So stepchildren are allowed to be included. Yeah, that's a good one. Those children are very, very lucky.
What if my wife and his son are US citizens? Do I need to mention them in the application and upload their pictures? No. You are not. It's up to you if you want to add them, but you are not going to be punished by not adding them because they don't need the visa. They are US citizen. So don't add them. That's why there is application. They say my wife is American citizen because there is married wife is a green card holder, a US citizen, or married wife or spouse is not a US citizen. So if you put a US citizen by default, it doesn't allow you, or a green card holder doesn't give you the chance to add the information and the photo. They don't need that one because that person is irrelevant for them. I'm 21 years old. Can my dad include me in the application and still process mine? Big no. You are 21?
No.
Yeah.
Below 21?
The application itself, when you fill the date of birth, if you're above 21, if you are 21, it doesn't allow you to be included as a child. So you have to lie, which you are going to be caught by your passport and date of birth, birth certificate. So you are 21, just go on your own.
I don't know if you can get Mountain TV. I think this is the guy that I told you who lost his wife. And I think he joined us later. Mountain TV. It is almost to the end, towards the end of the comment.
Okay.
Mountain TV. Mountain TV, we had talked about this issue. Maybe you joined us later, but we are going to repeat it just for your sake. Mountain TV, it is towards the end of the comments. He's asking, hi Shiko and EBM. I lost my wife after filling the DS-260, but she was not the principal applicant. Kindly advise, can I unlock the DS-260 form and edit, please? I'm frustrated. Thank you.
First of all, I'm so sorry for what happened to you. That's number one. Number two, don't get frustrated because it's very, very easy process. Go and unlock. So let me make it very simple and easy. Because the person now is here, because I explained this one, so let's make it easy. So do the following things. Number one, unlock DS-260. After unlock the DS-260, process number two, update your information as a principal applicant. Meaning, spouse, however, you are going to put deceased. I don't know if it's, that is number one. So you have to update that your wife is deceased, because the previous or the principal applicant, you said your spouse is coming with you. So your spouse was alive. So you have to put your spouse is deceased and the date of death. Then you have to include will not come with the spouse.
With the principal applicant. Oh, yes. Yeah.
It will not come with a spouse. Meaning now you are no longer married. You see, because previously you were married, now you are no longer married because for the unfortunate event. Okay, let me reduce this one so that you can be able to see. Okay. Okay. Then after that, submit the application. I was saying, so these are the steps you do. After that, you do nothing. You cannot change anything from the wife because there is another profile of accompanying person, derivative. You can sign in over there, but you cannot do a lot of things. You cannot delete the profile completely because once you create a profile, you cannot delete it. You can go whatever you say because maybe deceased, whatever, but you cannot do anything. You can be able to go and do this way. That means when you go to the interview, you go as alone because the person is deceased, and then you'll be able to be given the visa and to come alone as a principal applicant. So those are the steps you need to do. And it's normal. Don't get too frustrated. And so sorry for your loss.
Yes. Another question from one military. I don't know if it is military. He is asking, Isaac, Hoyt, I am a police officer. Can I apply for green card?
Yeah. Even if you were in the army, you are allowed to apply. Even if you are a spy, you are allowed to apply. There is no, if you are in the army, not police, if you're in the army, you will be required also to submit the military record. Why? Because just like a police clearance deals with a civilian. You need to have that one. But the military, you have court-martial. So the court-martial is not part of the normal record. That's why they need a military record. But if you're police, they don't care about the record from your police. It's just a job like any other job. Okay, what if I lose the passport I used to apply before the interview? I do another one prior to attending the interview. You need to have the police record to prove that you lost that passport. And you have to submit to the KCC the police clearance, a police document you have lost the passport with the passport number, but also you need to submit the new passport to the KCC. Plus, when you go to the interview, you have to go with those information. Can you pray for me, sir? For me, even if I pray for anybody, doesn't mean that you are going to win. Just want to let you know that.
Okay, I can answer Joka, Mr. Joka. I can tell him Shiko Hope has a cyber in Nairobi, and we are applying for you from wherever you are. Just come to our WhatsApp group and connect with us. We are going to help you, but our application will be done in Kenya. It will not be done in America.
Yeah, someone wants to apply from America.
No. Mr. IBM, you told us there is no any increasing chances because it is done in America. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't give you any advantage.
Yes.
The only thing is don't apply on the last day because website will be slow. Costume gaming, what is your question? Because she wants, there are so many questions. So if we haven't answered your question, please, we apologize.
Yes. When you want us to answer, like Royce, you say, Shiko Hope Aki answer me too. Now you could now return the question again. Write the question again. We are going to see the question. So many questions that are here.
Do I need to include my child who is a US citizen, my DS-260? No, you don't. He's already a US citizen. Has he survived the complications and the struggles? This reminded me the day Benedict was born. I was still, for me, I got married in May 2010, but I didn't apply the green card until almost end of 2011. So Benedict was born on February 2011, whatever, 22, whatever. So when he was born, the day he was born, like they come there, they take the birth certificate information and the Social Security, it comes there. Social Security doesn't have like with the Department of Homeland Security approved. Like, this kid is born today, he's already a US citizen. The father is still struggling here.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes you notice that, Nicole, I'm a guest. I'm a guest in this country.
My school certificate has 2 names, while my ID has, and the passport has 3 names. Please advise. When you are applying for the DV lottery, put the names which are on the passport. Simple like that. To have 2 names on the ID, that's not a problem. Or in the school certificate. Bill Clinton, we call Bill Clinton, but his passport is not Bill Clinton. It's William Jefferson Clinton.
What? What?
Yeah. Dick Chen, the vice president, is not, his name is not Dick Chen. Dick Chen, Dick is just a nickname for Richard.
Wow.
Yeah. Bob Dole is Richard Dole. Whatever, no, I mean Robert Dole, whatever. So
But I think as an American, you can change your name anytime, right?
yeah.
I can change my name when I get citizenship and call myself Shiko Hope. You.
Yeah, you can. Oh, there is that guy, basketballer, the one, first of all, he changed his name to Meadow World Peace. That is his official name now.
Wow. Yeah, there is that option.
Yeah, so he changed Meadow World Peace, his name. Or there is the guy, there's one guy is called Osechinko. Osechinko is number 85 in Spanish language. So his name is Chad. While he was playing American football, he was just number 85. So because he was so popular in that 85, and because he played in he had so many fans who were Mexican, he's a black guy. So he changed his official name to Osechinko. And he just is Osechinko, but his name is Chad.
Oh, wow. Anne Maura is asking this question. What happens once I win and I come to US? Is someone given accommodation, and by who? This is the case whereby I don't have any relatives there. Anne Maura, you're talking about a host, I think so. Having a host is a must when you get selected. When you get selected, you must have a host. This is the person who will accommodate you, keep you in his house until you get on your feet. Yes, you need to have one. If you don't have relatives, if you don't have any friend that you know, there are ways to look for a host. You can go to Facebook and search Kenyans living in America. You search Kenyans living in Texas or Africans living in Florida. You can search by states, and by that you are going to get a host. We can't allow that chance to go. We can't allow that chance to vanish just like that. So don't worry about a host. You do your part, play the lottery, come May, check the results. Once you get selected, now start looking for a host. Don't worry about getting a host. It is possible. Inawezekana you can get a host. And I think EBM has taken a short break. He will be back. As I continue answering your question, Sarandora, you're asking, where is the cyber Shiko? Elezea ni wapi in town. Okay, the cyber is in Nairobi, CBD, along Tomboya Street, opposite Eastmart, near Beba Beba. It is called Self-Link Cyber. I have to write it here. It is called Self-Link. Self-Link Cyber. That is where we are located. In Nairobi CBD. And we can do your application from wherever you are. We just be communicating in emails. Come to us and we are going to help you. Those people who are in Gulf and they can't make it to apply, Shiko Hope is there. Yes, I am going to do it for you, obviously for a fee, because the cyber is in Nairobi. We have some employees there who are working there. And we don't want you to miss this. We don't want you to miss this thing. So come and meet us and we are going to help you. Another question is from Isaac Koech. Isaac Koech, you're asking, when someone comes and marry me in Kenya, how long will it take so that I can go to America because my girlfriend is in US? I don't know if you can answer that, Mr. IBM. Isaac Koech is asking, when someone comes to Kenya and marry him, how long will it take for him to come to America?
Is that someone a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
If he's a U.S. citizen, there are two ways. It will take at least 6 months to a year process, because the first process you need to do is to make sure that that person has to file to prove that, or to file what they call establishment of, it's called alien petition, that is your relative. You fill the form number it's called the I-130, just to prove that this is my relative, that we got married. So after filling that form, it will take a couple months to be approved. Then you are going to file just like DS-260 to come to America. And what is called, I forgot the name, R1, whatever, is the name, the visa you come to meet your spouse here. So that is so it can take 6 months sometimes. If it takes longer, it will be a year, but average about 6 months, I think. It will be this, it's just kind of like the same or similar process with the marriage, something like that.
Oh, yes. I don't know if you have questions from your side.
My internet completely went off, completely, like stuck. So now I'm using my phone as hotspot.
As hotspot.
Yeah, so I don't know the capability. I don't have a marriage certificate. We did a traditional marriage, wedding. Yes, you can still feel as married, and just in a normal way. Why can't you just go and get the marriage certificate before you apply? Like, you already married. So the problem is, don't complicate it. You must get the wedding celebration. Go to the country, go to the government office, go to the court, get the marriage certificate. You haven't applied. Just for your own life. I mean, what if you die today and your relatives, they say, oh, we don't recognize this woman? Just for the betterment of your wife and your children, just go and get the marriage certificate. But you are allowed to apply, and then if you win, you can go and get the marriage certificate, and then you have to prove that, oh, we got married before. Why can't you get it now to avoid any complication down the road? Before you haven't applied yet. Marriage certificate, to get it is just like 2 to 4 days maximum. Yeah, I mean, you can just apply that way, but you don't need to have the celebration and the rice, pilau, whatever, just to have that certificate. My secondary certificate and my other certificate have different date of birth. Will it be a problem if I win? You get the lawyer to write affidavit of what?
Yeah, to correct the dates.
Yeah, but the date which matters is the one on the passport. The birth certificate, the school certificate is to prove that you have that education. That is the aim of that certificate, not to prove the date of birth. The date of birth will be proven by birth certificate and the passport.
Mountain TV is thanking us for our help. He will do as we have advised.
Okay, thank you so much and all the best.
Nyao Simase, you're asking about being a single mom and you want to include your kid in case you win time of interview. Can they ask me about the father of the baby?
No, they don't.
But if the birth certificate of the baby have the dad's names,
even if
sometimes they do. In Kenyan embassy, they do.
Usual, it is very complicated if the father is want to come to with the children, because you have to, sometimes they want to prove the DNA. The father is a more problem than a mother, because by law, remember they deal with American law, the child or children are mother's children. Yes, they can ask to prove that everything's okay, you're not stealing the kids, but they don't need permission from the father. But a father to go with the children, that will be a problem.
But it is good to be prepared. You don't know the counselor that you're going to face on that day.
Yeah. I mean, even if they go, they don't deny you the visa. They will tell you, go and bring this document. The good thing is they're not denying you the visa.
They will put you on AP. You'll be put on AP and you are going to be like, EPM, now I'm on AP. I don't know where this guy went.
Yeah.
We don't talk. Where am I going to get him?
What if you applied that you are married, but you dropped the marriage at the embassy because of financial difficulty? Can you agree in one person to go? It's up to you. I mean, if one person doesn't show up to the interview, they don't call you anything, it doesn't show up. It's just like you put your interview date on this day and you don't go, interview goes away. So if the husband goes, the woman doesn't come, they don't give the visa. But I usually tell people, you do not know what is a green card. Do whatever it takes. Sell anything you want if your dream is to come to America. Come here, arrive here today, and tomorrow your spouse takes the flight back. The first for enter in America, you have that stamp, you have entered here. Even if next day you go back, there is no problem because the card will be sent. You already have a green card once you arrive here. But before you cross that border, you don't have it. Because the energy, the money, now you say you don't have the money you will be spending to bring your wife later will be more than the money you are spending now to come to start your life in America. You will start going to the lawyer, you will have stress, you will be spending the money here and the money in Africa or whatever country you are, it will be so much. So do whatever it takes to come together because it's just a flight ticket and a visa fee. Sell your phone, sell your shoes, do whatever it takes if you want to come here. And after all, if you are two, it's better than one. Because if both of you are going to work, let's say on Amazon, $15 per hour, for two people, it's $30 per hour. You'll be having over 5,000 than if you are one. So just trying to give you a heads up.
Aspire to Inspire. That's a good name, right? Aspire to Inspire is saying, Shiko Hope and EBM, awesome work. Keep up the good job. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. This person is sending over and over the question. We already answered it.
Yes, Masinyaosi, we answered your question 2 minutes ago. We have answered your question.
Someone is just going to put the address. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like you put house number 4, put the city, whatever. They don't care. Even if you put 11111 Kenyatta Avenue, they don't care. It doesn't help or doesn't affect you of anything. But email address, that is the most important one.
Exactly. It has to be the one that you can just receive any notification anytime on your phone, on your computer. Email is the best, and it is the one that they use to communicate.
Please talk about the envelope you were given to the embassy after giving the visa. Isn't it very delicate? If mishandled, what can happen? Okay, you can answer that one. Don't open.
Yeah, you are warned. Don't open. Keep it safe. Away from children. You come with it. Actually, when you are packing, you don't pack it in your luggage bag. You put it in your carry-on.
Yeah.
Carry-on, because you are going to provide it at the point of entry once you arrive at your first airport in America. That's
before you get to your bag.
Yeah, that is when it will be opened. And it will be just so. This is ABM Scorers. He won green card. This is the information. He will look at the computer and all your details will be there, and you're going to be admitted to the United States of America. And that will allow them to stamp on your passport that you are here legally. Now you are free to relocate to any state of your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you use a phone to take a photo? Is there any problem? No. Do you know?
Problem.
Let me give you an example. You use a camera. Most of the camera will be going to the studio in Kenya or in Tanzania. There will be about $500 camera. iPhone 13 is $1,500 US dollar. So which one has the better camera? iPhone 13 or you are the point is not about the camera. The point is the quality of the photo. If you're using a tablet, you can use iPad mini, the latest version, $2,000 US dollar. It depends on the quality. If you use Techno, yes, the point is not about the phone. The point is the quality of the camera is poor. That matters there. So is it good to apply immediately upon the website opening at 8 p.m.? First of all, the website opens at 7 p.m. You're already late, my friend. Yeah, 7 p.m. will be 12 noon of Eastern. On our time will be 11. Shiko and I will be having it will be 11 a.m. our time. I will be live at that time, I hope. I don't plan. I will take the time off from 11 and noon for those 2 hours. I will be live at I believe around that time. So yes and no. It's not I mean, if you apply, it's okay, but there is no competition to apply on the first day. Because sometimes the website you can be processing, and especially if the internet is not strong, the website cannot be found or whatever, you cannot be able to apply. So don't get frustrated. And because of that, don't rush to quickly apply and you make a mistake like the person put a different country of instead of Ghana, put Afghanistan. Or instead of Kenya, you put Kiribati. You know the countries KK. They're just drop down menu. It could be easy if you are writing, but the drop down menu means if you put drop down menu incorrect, it goes to another country. So because if you are rushing, there is no a competition. The person applying the first day and the person applying the last day all have the same equal chance of winning.
Yes, yes. And it doesn't matter whether you are where you are. Like Robbie is asking, can a Kenyan in Qatar apply? Yes.
Yeah. I have ordinary level and the NHD diploma in electrical engineering and the class 1 electrical certificate. Do I qualify in terms of? Yeah, you qualify. Like even if you're primary school, you qualify. The point is, after winning, you have to show work experience and education. That's what you need. But to apply, even if you didn't go to school. Messi and Ronaldo don't have even high school. But they qualify. Hello, I'm already in the United States under the student visa from. Am I qualified to apply for the green card too? And where should be my station of application? I don't understand your question. You are in the US. When you apply, let's say you are from Sweden. The country of birth is Sweden. The country of eligibility is Sweden. Where do you live today? United States. Just like if you are in Ghana, if you are in Sudan, or if you're in Congo, the country of birth, you put Congo. Where you live today has nothing to do with you winning. If you win while you are in the US, you don't go to the US embassy because you're already in the US. You will fill another form. It's called the I-485 adjustment of status. So you adjust the status while you are in the US. Yeah. So it doesn't matter where you are. But don't be illegal. Don't be out of status. If you go out of status and you win the lottery, you are going to be denied.
Yes.
Can you, must I report to the US after receiving my green card? What you receive is not is green card visa, not a green card. The actual card is a card you get while you are in the US. Once you get the visa, you have 6 months to travel. If you don't travel, you're in trouble. It's going to be expired, over.
Yes, and that reminds me, someone commented somewhere that you can appeal. you can find a lawyer.
Listen, this is the law. No one is allowed to appeal for any decision by the visa consular officer. Given the visa is a privilege. You are allowed to apply as a brand new, but you cannot apply as a lottery. As a brand new. Go and apply. They will tell you to go and apply. The only people, even with the immigration suspension, they are being allowed to go there is a U.S. court, not a court in your country to force a U.S. embassy. Which you are in Tanzania and the Tanzanian court to force a U.S. government to give the visa. You, who are you? Why do you need you have over 6 months? Why didn't you travel? That is the law. If you didn't go, yeah, you didn't want to go. The law says if you don't go, it's over. You breach the contract. What are you appealing?
Yes, and that person was rude actually, because I asked him, can you explain more about appealing? And he told me that at I go to Google University, it is just a click away. And I was like, really? Have you ever heard of appealing? It is your responsibility. Why did you leave the visa to expire?
Yeah.
Some people are moving around giving false information. And I'm very, very sad about that.
If not just a green card, any type of visa, you are not allowed to appeal. You are going to apply. Let's say they deny you the tourist visa. You cannot appeal. You can get more evidences, more documentation to apply again. For the lottery, there is no problem. They will tell you, go and apply another lottery. That's how it is, unfortunately.
Lintri Zawajiko, you're saying that your mom and dad separated and you'd like your mom to apply. How will she apply? Single or separated?
Is it separated by court? If it's not by court, they're not separated.
Did they have a marriage certificate at the first place?
First of all, if it's a marriage certificate, that's number one. Number two, separation must be by the court. Without the court, that is not separation. That is part of the instruction. I like this instruction. They're becoming my Bible nowadays. Just wait. Okay. Marital status. There are this one. So here's what they say. You must list your spouse even if you are currently separated from him or her, unless otherwise it is a legal separation. Legal separation is an arrangement where a couple remains married but lived apart following the court order, not because you put too much salt in the food. So legal separation must be by a court. If it's not, that is not a legal separation. Do I have to show work experience if I have a college diploma? Yes. Diploma, there is no education level called diploma in America. So you have degree, you don't have degree, you are currently at the university, or you have high school. There is no diploma. Diploma will be considered just like a vocational. Okay. Can I feel only with capital letters? Yes. That's when I feel myself. For anybody, I prefer to use capital letters. The reason being, I just avoid to make any unnecessary mistakes. How many minutes do they give you to apply? The form says like 15 and like unattended, 15, 20 minutes, whatever. But usually, especially on the first day, if you go more than 5-8 minutes, it says the page cannot be found because everybody is there. So that's why if you want to take more time, you can wait next day or later, or whatever. Some people, they wait until midnight. It's up to you. But usually that form, especially if you are single, there are very few information. Less than 5 minutes, you'll be able to, as long as you have the photo already edited, you have your passport number, expiration date. The rest of the information is there.
Lois is saying that she studied in Uganda till Form 6. Does she have to convert them to Kenyan standards?
No. High school is high school.
Yes.
For example, when a repair denied a visa, if she or can reappeal in less than 2 weeks, they do get and pay nothing. But German is, yeah, that is German. US visa is a privilege to come to the greatest country on the planet Earth. people they say I talk too much about US. It is the dream of someone in London to come to New York. It is the dream someone from Berlin, from Madrid to come to United States of America. But it's not the dream of American to go to German.
Exactly.
That is the truth.
It is the number one country on planet Earth.
Yeah, so that's why they can do whatever they want, because they know that they're the best. I mean, you can talk about the quality of life, about Scandinavian is better. You can do whatever it is, but when it comes to the privilege, like you are American, that's the next level.
Someone is asking if he's in a polygamous marriage, he has 2-3 wives. How many wives are allowed to be included?
First of all, it is illegal. That's number one. You will put one, and if I think I read somewhere, you have to put the first wife. I have to find that information. But is one person. But on their own, if they write to you as the husband, if they apply, there is no problem. But you as you cannot, because when you put it, there is no number of wives or number of husbands. There is number of children. But if you say you are married, by default, it comes one spot. If you do another one, that means a duplicate application. Game over.
In America, no polygamous marriages.
Yeah, polygamy will leave to Kenyans.
Africans.
Kenya, they change even like, but yes, in Africa there is a tradition and then plus Islam, but Kenya they went too far. They put in the constitution like even anybody can do that. Because that's why when I go to Kenya, everybody they introduce, I'm married with one wife. Why do you tell you have one wife? So you just marry. So the constitution allows us to have more than one. So you have to declare that. So I need to move to Kenya. I have to take Kenyan citizenship. Not to sound rude, I'm a British Ugandan citizen. I've been in America many times. It is a beautiful country, but I can relocate to live there. It is just not a place to live for me. Yeah, I understand. In the US, it doesn't mean that it's great in terms of the everything, but the prestige they have been standard there. That is what it's just like Real Madrid. I'm giving an example in soccer. It's ideal club. It's the dream of everyone to go to play for Real Madrid. And that is the standard. Like that's why even Mbappe has been paid salary twice in PSG. Say no, my dream. I'm not signing the contract. I have to go to Real Madrid. So it's just like the standard they put there just to be America. But it doesn't mean that if you look about the citizen, how much maybe they get from their government between US and maybe I'm giving example someone in Norway. Norway might have so many things, but how many people in Norway? 4 million, 5 million. But in US, there are certain things that put there, everything like their greatness, they put in that way.
Jane Kemohu is asking, when you win and you don't want to go with your family, do they have to go for medicals?
No. But it will cost you more money later. I usually tell people that. Possible not to come in completely. You have so much stress. This is not like you are getting a job in the village and you are in town. Let me live with my family there. This is opportunity. Is the only opportunity you can come all at once and be all green card holder. If you play around, it will be. We have already answered the temporary passport. Yeah. So
Grace Wairimo is saying, good job, guys. Thank you so much for appreciating our work. And once again, I remind you, if you have not subscribed to our both channels, if you have not subscribed to EBM Scholars, you can just go there. You can put us the link so they can click.
oh, okay. Let me put
Yeah, so you can guys support us by subscribing to our channels. Go to EBM Scholars. If you have not subscribed,
I'm going to put also your channel in the comment.
Yes, in the comment section, the links are coming. Go there and subscribe. Team Shiko Hope, let us go to EBM Scholars and subscribe. Team EBM Scholars, go to Team Shiko and subscribe there, guys. Support us by subscribing and liking this video. Touch that like button, the one that looks like this. Like this video, guys. Like this video. This one keeps us going. Keeps us going. Tafadhali, tafadhali.
We have been here for 2.5 hours, so we have to end in the end.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, for the next 5 minutes, we'll be done. So
someone
guys,
is asking for the Telegram. I have a Telegram group. I don't have a WhatsApp group. I mean, there are groups. I'm no longer in those groups because my number is more private now because people were calling me anytime. They think that, yeah.
You know what? You just decline. You just decline. Let them leave a text.
So for that particular situation, so I have the what Telegram. Telegram, you can hide your number. People cannot see your number. They can send a message there, but they cannot call me direct.
Okay, so put every link so people can join those groups.
So that's why I put the
guys, support us. We are giving you this information for free. The only thank you that you can give us is just liking our videos, subscribing to our channels. Yeah, let those likes come. Subscribe. Go to EBM Scholars, subscribe. Go to Shiko Hope TV, subscribe. Only that is a very small favor we're asking from you.
Exactly.
Yeah, EBM Telegram group is there. The link is there. Join everything. Join everything from those links. Thank you so much, Dedan. I can see your comment. You are doing this. You are saying this is wonderful work. You guys are doing. God bless you. Hope when I win, I'll meet you. Yes, you come to America. We've been doing videos. You said I was watching you guys. You gave us hope. I'm in America. EBM, you advised me. I went to the interview. I got the visa. Those are the testimonials we want to hear from next year. You want to hear those testimonials. You want those visas. Go get those visas and come here. This place is so great.
Nigeria is not the list which was provided. The only country which has been allowed to apply was not there is Guatemala.
It was added.
Yeah, it was not allowed to apply. Now Guatemala is allowed to apply. Venezuela was applying, now is not allowed to apply.
I don't know if one of my people in WhatsApp group can send the WhatsApp link. I don't know. But aspire to inspire. You are asking Shiko, utani host when? Join our WhatsApp group so we can communicate, or you can leave, so that we can communicate. Or you send me an email. Let me put my email here. So you can email me and we organize for a TV live interview. Send me an email at hopeshiko01@gmail.com.
Are you putting in the comment, right?
Yeah, I'm putting in the comment.
Currently studying bachelor degree education. You put some university courses. Okay, that is the email.
Yeah, the email is there. If you want to reach me, aspire to inspire, email me through that email and to Tapanga. And guys, it was a very good show. It was a nice live show, live session.
Okay, so we have to end now. We apologize for questions we haven't been able to answer them.
Yes. Actually, EBM goes live every day, right?
Yeah, especially now I'm back. I'll be going live from noon my time, which will be 5 p.m. in West Africa, which will be 8 p.m. in East Africa.
Yes. Even on Shiko Hope TV, we have started our countdown to the green card application. We are ringing bells for luck every day from yesterday, continuing until 9th of November. Don't miss out. Don't
Now,
miss out.
what I do, I'm making so many videos, which will be, and I'm uploading them already because I don't want to. Let me show you some of these, what I'm doing. So, which is crazy.
Let
So
us
see,
see.
all these videos, I'm uploading them already. Like I've already made them when uploading them.
One by one.
I haven't clicked them publish yet. Yeah, cool. So that's what I'm doing now, so that I'll just schedule them and yeah.
Wow, wow, wow.
Tonight
Thank you so much.
I will not sleep because I have to finish writing the book, which is this one. This is the book about Green Card Lottery.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in for today's live session. It is 2 hours, 36 minutes since we started, and I know you have gained one thing or two. Make sure you share the information with your people, your family, your neighbors. And let me tell you guys, don't be selfish with this information. Share, share, share. One thing I know about Green Card EPM, and I know you are going to agree with me. In your family, your moms, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, if all of you will apply for this green card, lazima, one of you will get selected.
Definitely.
So even if you're not be the one who will be selected, share with your people so at least one of you will benefit. If you be selfish with the information and you lose, you all lose. So
yeah.
Share. Inawezekana.
Yeah. So thank you so much, each and everyone. We appreciate, and you will be back very soon.
Yeah, you'll be back very soon. My WhatsApp group is already there, guys. Scroll down to the last comment and click on that WhatsApp group and join us. Thank you so much. See you on our next videos.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.